Yo, 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 what is up, YouTube? Playing some Amaterasu today, and I cannot make this stuff up, man. I swear I don't just queue Duel all day long waiting to get a Masters border, so that way I can use it for clickbait or anything like that. I swear I don't. This is actually my first take. Today, I started recording after stream, if you can believe that. Usually I record and then stream. We'll start the buy our items here first before I start talking too much and get distracted. I don't know. I think we just go Shell first, right? Surely. Because he has slow immunity on his 2 for the horrific, so I don't know how impactful that's actually going to be. But anyways, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, all that good stuff. First thing you might notice is I sound normal again, or back to what it was before, previous to like the last 2 videos, is because I found out what was causing the issue or whatever. It basically, long story short, I let my Logitech program take over my microphone settings, and I just kind of turned that off, at least until I figure out how to make it work, because a lot of people were saying they did not like the way my microphone was in the previous videos and on stream and stuff like that. So let's see, is he... I guess he's starting a blue buff, interestingly enough. So we're just gonna go ahead and... Oh, okay. Never mind. He's doing the thing where you wait. I actually hate when people do that. It is so cringe, I'm gonna be honest. It is so cringe to wait for the red buff. But, regardless. He is a Mercury, so there's not that much he can do to me here. The main reason he can do anything is because he has minion pressure. But I wanted to show you guys how good Ama is right now. She's not an unbeatable god by any means. She's not a must ban by any means. There are plenty of characters that can beat her, especially the ones with jumps. It's mainly the ones with jumps. The top dual gods with jumps, like Ho Yi, Hades, Uller, On Her, those guys. The people that can jump over the wall give Ama a big... give Ama a big battle, I guess. Well, I don't know what I was going for there. Like a run for her money. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Okay, and we're starting tier 2 trans here, by the way, but it's not actually going to be a trans. It's going to be a dominance, which is a little bit different than what you might be used to seeing in Ama. I think Ama pretty much only has like 2 builds, at least what I see anyways, because she's not really a common character, to be fair. You don't really see her that much, but when I do see her, it's almost always Golden Blade first or Transcendence first. You don't really see the Dominance first very much, but it is good. Okay. He was basically waiting to see if I would pop my 2 early, so that way I would leave it at like 1 HP kind of situation, and then he'd be able to get it with his Meiji Look, but I did not pop it early, and there's no way his Meiji Look is going to kill it at that HP, so we are big chillin'. But anyways, like I was saying earlier, I actually just streamed for like 3 hours, I think. Yeah, I streamed on Twitch. Same name as on YouTube, by the way, if you're curious. I streamed on Twitch for about 3 hours, and then I took like a, I don't know, 5-minute break. I stepped away for about 5 minutes, and then here we are, back. The purpose of that is to get warmed up gameplay-wise a little bit, but also to warm up my voice and stuff like that. Not to say that my voice is going to sound so succulent and beautiful or anything. It's more of just like in the mornings, I feel like super... What am I looking for here? I feel like my voice has the potential of cracking a little bit more, unless even if I drink a lot of water, even actually. And also, I sound more like nasally, I think. So anyways, I'm trying this new system out. I don't know if it's gonna work like time-wise, if it fits into my schedule the way I want it to, if I can implement it, because I'm not really a morning person, but I'm gonna start to try my best to wake up in the morning, stream from anywhere from like 2 to 4 hours, and then record after, and hopefully get it in the first few takes. Hopefully. And then I upload the video, and I make a thumbnail. All together probably takes about 10 minutes or something, and I put that up, and I'm done for the day. As opposed to waking up, getting ready for life, trying my best. Because like the reason why I switched this is because, and I don't feel bad talking too much over the gameplay right now because I'm against a Mercury who does not want to fight me. Wait, actually. I want to say no, because I was out of the tower. I want to say if I ended up being out of the tower, or in the tower rather, he could have just turned around and ulted me in the tower, and that would have been such a Giga Chad play, and he would have killed me off of it. And I also love how I said that I don't have a problem with talking over the gameplay because nothing's happening, and then immediately I almost kill him. He kind of just walked into me. I don't know. He's trying to clear the way. And I lost my whole train of thought too. I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh, I was saying that usually when I wake up in the morning, it takes me like a good like 2 hours to feel comfortable about recording a video. Like whether it's like me actually waking up or whether it's my voice or whatever, but I usually chill for a bit and I'm like, dude, I could just use this time to stream because like on Twitch, I don't even know why it's different to me, but on Twitch, I don't really care. Like if I have if I sound groggy or if I if my voice sounds weird or whatever, because there's music playing and who cares, right? But I try to keep a little bit of a higher standard going for YouTube. So, oh, speaking of which, I haven't upped my thingy to high, lol. But I try to keep a little bit of a higher standard for YouTube than I do Twitch. And also, YouTube has no, there's no, like, live feedback, and there's no, what's it called? There's no, music playing on YouTube because it's DMCA and whatnot. So it's a lot different, I think. So long story short, we're going to get up in the mornings, call it a day. I'm going to go regrowth this game, and I'll explain the builds at the end of the video, as per usual, by the way. Explain your options defensively and whatnot, if you're curious about that kind of stuff. But I'm going to go regrowth here, and the most I'll say about it is I honestly think I want the regrowth just to chase him around. Like, I feel like he's going to PvE so hard, and the regrowth is undeniably going to be my best option for chasing him down. But breastplate's viable as well. And obviously, Berserkers is going to be viable as well. And maybe I should have went Berserkers, honestly. But we're theory crafting, we're experimenting here. The only thing that's bad about regrowth for Ama, or if you can even call it bad, is the fact that her 1 is on such a low cooldown that if you just spam it every time it comes up, which you probably should for the healing, if you just spam it every time it comes up, then you're not going to get a regrowth proc for every single one. But, like I said, it's such a low cooldown that you'll have a regrowth proc for the next one, you know? Okay, he didn't let me bait him. I was trying to stop his back. He seems to just be PvEing me. Which do make sense. It is a Mercury. I mean, he's not really PvE. I mean, I guess by definition he's PvEing, but I don't think like that's his only playstyle. I think that's just what he's doing right now. He's just trying to get some farm, you know? So I don't really see anything wrong with it. Go to Kin's third. I think Kin's third is obviously the best play when you're against like a tanky god like Osiris or Hercules. But even against a squishy little minion punchy boy, I think Kin's is just the most DPS after the buff. Now that didn't used to be the case, but Kin's got buffed, and so I think it's a lot stronger now. For one. Oh, regrowth. Regrowth wing shard. I was actually moving pretty fast there, and I was auto attacking too. And obviously, auto attacking slows your attack speed, or it slows your movement speed. And I still kind of stuck to him a bit there. I'm just gonna do this. I think this is the best play. He doesn't have ult to get here fast. This is something he would want to do, honestly. So that way he can just kind of run around and get my tower without actually having to fight me because he can't fight me. We're gonna not press 1 or anything because I want my regrowth proc to be ready for when I go into speed stance. It'll be very massive for me. Right here. Boom. Look at how fast we are, baby. Let's go. Look at this. Hopefully he doesn't get this red buff. I don't think he expected me to be able to pull the melee, because honestly, I didn't either. I did not expect to be able to pull the melees like that. I knew I'd stop the archers, but not the melees. Alright, well, I'm just gonna back for this and Beads. Beads is actually very, 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 very good versus Mercury. One of his only win cons in some matchups, or just in general, is just being able to ult you, punch you, punch you, punch you, punch you, 3 you, punch you, punch, punch, punch you, and you're practically just dead by that point if you're literally not already dead. You just can't fight after that. So you have to be able to Beads that CC. Or hope he misses, I guess. He could also just miss. I don't really have much time on the Bull Demon. It was a bit ambitious to get it that early. I would like to get at least half of this tower. And then after that, I think I just go... I get 3 more autos. I thought he was going to go to my blue. Like, usually people just steal your buffs and stuff if your buffs are up. When someone's on Bull Demon like that. I guess he wasn't going to steal my blue. Interesting. Maybe he just didn't know it was up, honestly. That could very well be it. But either way, I got that tower to the point where it's like, if I get like one more item, I can very easily poke him out. He'll run away. Then I hit his tower, kill it, with no minions. I don't even need minions. And then I just walk over to Bull Demon and do it all in one fell sweep. Or I can just do it now because I have minions. That's why I'm definitely not worried about 100 to zeroing it during the Bull Demon phase. Is because I can just do that anytime. The little sound, oh my god, the little sound Mercury makes when he jumps, bro, is so funny. I think regrowth is doing a lot for me this game. I mean, okay, it's not doing that much, but only because he's not fighting me. Like, if he were fighting me more, the regrowth would be so good here. Yeah. I suppose. Honestly, I think there's an argument to be made that Toxic... Yeah, wait, no, this should be a Toxic for sure, I think. Toxic for his lifesteal. And also Toxic is just a good boxing item in general because it steals their attack speed, so... Even if you don't need it that badly... Oh, look at this movement speed! We're catching up! Sorta. This is a joke game, dude. Like, games like this, let me know if you actually made it to this point of the video, by the way. Let me know. Do you think a game like this is worth uploading? And when I say a game like this, I mean a game where, like, it's technically like a GM game. Like, this guy's probably Masters, at the very least, and he has a Masters border, right? And he's playing a good god, and he's not inting, he's playing smart. Like, this is a GM-type game, honestly. This is, like, usually what high-level Duel looks like, but I could understand why a lot of people think it's boring. But if you're not strictly here for entertainment purposes and you're also here to learn, games like this can be pretty informative. Like, I can definitely teach you guys a lot with like how you're supposed to play these types of games with just what I've been saying so far. So I personally think this is worth an upload, but maybe you guys don't. Maybe you guys think it's too boring or whatever. That is so unfortunate that he got that. And by the way, did I not say that part of the reason why I was doing Bull Demon is because that's pretty much his only option? Like, his only real option is to try to get Bull Demon and then, like, play, like, super scummy, you know? And, like, run around and not fight me and try to get my tower without even doing anything. Like, without even fighting me, I mean. It's pretty much his only play. Also, he wants to get it just so I simply can't get it on his Phoenix. That's also a big part of it, but... Either way, man. Either way. Watch you. Oh, by the way, this isn't even my favorite Ama skin. My favorite Ama skin is actually... the DJ one, the one that makes music or whatever, but I didn't use it for this video because a lot of people when I stream, they tell me that the ultimate sounds like super bass boosted and loud, which I never really minded or cared about, but yeah, I don't know, I was worried about it for the YouTube video, so I didn't use it. This is still a banger skin, of course, but not the one I wanted to use. So yeah, it looks like he's not even going to try to cheese the tower. I don't know why. He definitely can a little bit. He's just kind of scared. Watch out. I mean, I am a really fast god, to be fair. Like, Mercury can still do Mercury things against an Ama, but it's way harder. Like, imagine trying to PvE with Mercury versus an Ama, and then imagine trying to PvE versus like an Anubis or a Hera or something. It's like, it's way easier, right? Dude, my throat is getting a little bit, what's the word? Dry? One second, let me take a drink. There we go. I was parched, man. I was parched. That's the word I was looking for. You know, I'm just gonna try this, see what happens. Yeah, I figured. I was hoping that maybe my thing would be fast enough. My ult would be fast enough even if he dashed because I have my speed stance active and my my regrowth at the same time. Because, like, so if you didn't know, you can actually increase movement speed even in abilities like that. Like, say, like, Baron, for example. Baron, there used to be, like, this, like, full movement speed build with him that you could do, that you could actually make his coffin go super fast. So long story short, I thought with all that extra movement speed, my ult would just zoom at him, but not quite fast. I mean, I was going pretty fast in the ult, honestly, but Mercury's just a fast god in general, and he has a dash, so there's that. No way he gets that. Oh, he didn't pick it up. Oh, he can't. I think I ended up using my mirror before he ulted. Like, so basically the exact opposite of the first engage that happened. Of the first red buff engage, I think that's what happened. Alright, so basically we just have to not give him... We just have to not give him Bull Demon for free again, and we're chilling. Because I think I'm going to back here. I'm going to buy this XC Glyph, and I'm going to buy some 2 wards, use my movement speed to get back to lane. This thing never hurt anybody to have.
Oh, why isn't this shiny?
He basically just can't fight into me. I want to make fun of him a little bit and be like, come on, dude. You know, you got to at least try to defend yourself. But, like, he did kind of turn on me there a little bit. But it kind of just did nothing. Like, he doesn't do any damage, so... At the very least, he doesn't do more damage than I do. Well, okay. GG, I guess. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he surrenders here, honestly, because that's game. 100% that's game. Even if I don't end here, like, even if I don't end before he spawns, it doesn't really matter. Like, I'll get the Titan low enough, more than likely, to where I can definitely just front door it with Oboe. Like, I have enough gold for it and everything. Which I don't have to do, but I'm showing you guys, like, you know, the most effective strategies you guys can do, so... Okay, I'll be honest, he could have just threw me into the fountain there. I was kind of banking on him not doing it. So if anybody's curious about the Oboe damage there... Oh, wait. Oh, wait, yo. Yeah, I mean, this is all part of my plan for the, for the minions to kill the Titan, of course. I mean, naturally. Dude, that is crazy damage, though. I barely even did... I only got 5 Oboe procs, and it did almost 600 damage to the Mercury, and 947 to the Titan. And you guys need to remember this part, because I'm going to transition into the build part of the video here. And I'm going to tell you guys about Oboe, and when it's good, and when it's not good, and when you should build it, and that it is a viable option that you should do. And that is a perfect game that it demonstrates it perfectly right there. I'll show you guys. So, as per usual, as of the last, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 videos or something, I pull up the God Builder, and I give you guys my opinion on what the best current build is for them, and I give you guys a couple extra options as well. Now, here's where it gets crazy. When you're against a magical guy, like, basically the defensive items are more complex than anything else here. So, I'm just going to put a breastplate here for now, and then I'll revisit the defense here, and we'll talk about that. But for now, we'll just slam that bad boy there. If they have a ton of healing, you go Toxic third. Probably always if they have a ton of healing. But if they don't have a ton of healing, I would say you just go Kins. Like I'm saying, like when I say a ton of healing, I mean so much healing that you just simply cannot fight into it. It's impossible almost. Like maybe like a Set ult or an Anubis with Bancrofts, or like an Oleron with Bancroft. Stuff like that, you just can't fight into it with their amount of healing. That's when you go it. Then you can slam this. And I am going to just put Toxic in the main build, because if we're being honest, Toxic is probably a fairly good item, even if they don't have a lot of healing. Say like they only have a little bit. And like it's also just an attack speed reduction and stuff. So the only time I would say you don't buy Toxic is if you're against a character who has no healing. That includes med. If they don't have med, they have no healing, no lifesteal, no med, and also don't really get that much value out of attack speed. because this item reduces their healing by 60%, steals their attack speed by 20%, gives you 20% attack speed. It's just all around good. I can't really see a reason why you wouldn't want this item. But like I said, the only time would be if they have no utilization from auto attacks, anything like that. And they have no healing whatsoever. Like, it's just a good item. Like, even if I'm against just like somebody who has serrated edge and that's it, they just got serrated, that's a toxic blade. I'm against somebody with a med, that's a toxic blade. Like, it doesn't matter to me, right? All right, so fourth item here. This is very debatable. Honestly, I would say you probably just go, in most situations, I would just go bladed boomerang. Why not? Honestly, why not? It's so good at forcing things. The only time I'd say you don't go boomerang is if you're already winning the game so hard by this point that you got their Phoenix down and you're basically just doing what I just did in that last fight, except without even killing him. Also, by the way, can we talk about how troll that was that I died to the to the Titan when I was looking at the numbers because I had my shell up and everything. But anyways, and then last item you would go XC probably. I think single crit is best. I think single crit is best here. Wait, glyphs. Make sure you're getting this glyph, by the way. That's part of what makes it good. I think this is the best build. Obviously, if you do not need Toxic Blade whatsoever, then you have a ton of options, honestly. So you would probably build like this. Maybe you switch the XC. You know, it's up to you. But what would you go if you didn't need that whatsoever? Well, first of all, Oboe. Oboe is always going to be a great ender. You should not get Oboe unless the Phoenix is down, probably, and you can actually go on Titan. So Oboe is the kind of item you build when you're closing out games. Like when you're against a guy and basically your opinion of that god or that player is, this guy is he's so pesky and annoying and he's just camping, right? You mean like he's not killing you. He's not forcing you away. You're not scared of him. He's just camping and being annoying. That's when you slot in the Oboe and it's always going to be so amazing. And if you want to do a full PvE game, by the way, don't go crit. You don't really need crit to kill titans and towers and stuff. In fact, it doesn't even work. So if you want to be a full scumbag in PvE, then don't go the boomerang. But if you want to fight, which you should want to fight, you definitely go the boomerang. And also dominance, by the way, I didn't really talk much about this, but I don't even think it's close, honestly. I do not think you should be building Transcendence. It's not better. I do not think you should be building Golden Blade. It's not better than Dominance. I really do think Dominance is her best starting item, and this is the best build. Well, technically, this is the best build. Now, some honorable mentions out there being the Odibo to end the game. Really, really nice. And then also, if you really wanted to, you could go Deathbringer. Say, like, if you, would rather have that over Boomerang. I do not think Deathbringer is better than Boomerang in single crit unless you're a super burst character that has CC like Fenrir. Fenrir Deathbringer single crit's pretty good. But like if you're just a character that generally auto trades, like I know she has a 2-second stun on her ultimate. By the way, if you didn't know that, it is a 2-second stun. It's very potent. It's very strong. So if they don't have beads or their beads are down, try to catch them with that late game, and then you'll just kill them in the 2-second stun. It's very powerful. But honorable mentions, Deathbringer is a solid item. Let's see. You could always go Hydra's last item. It gives you burst crit. Like if you get a Hydra's crit, that's going to be really good. But I don't know if I'd recommend it necessarily. I'm just trying to think. I don't think there's many honorable mentions I have left here, honestly. Like that I can't. Like basically, it would get too niche to the point where I don't even want to suggest it. So let's just keep these here. These are some honorable mentions, generally good items for you here. So we'll leave those here. Now we're going on to defense. Now I'll be honest, this item is viable. Oh, here I'll put them in order of like how often I would buy them. Probably. Now this is not that consistent, but yeah, I would probably buy them in this order, left to right. And then down here we'll do magical. So magical, I'm not as keen on. If they have lifesteal, if they have any healing, it's always going to be pestilence in my opinion. I don't really think that's an option. If they have a ton of healing, if they don't, then it's like, do you go Genjis or do you go Shoguns? And one thing I will say about this argument is Shoguns doesn't have a lot of defense, but sometimes you can build it early and then end up getting a pestilence late and just go like double defense Shoguns is pretty viable because Shoguns gives offensive stats, that being attack speed, right? So double defense is pretty viable. But I don't know. Honestly, there's not like a perfect one. Pestilence is the perfect defense item for Ama if you're against healing, but if you're not, you can go the Shoguns. Just keep in mind with Shoguns is very, very powerful, but just keep in mind that you are not going to be as tanky as you would be in different situations with different items. Like you definitely, it's not your tankiest bet. And then you got this bad boy. Genji's is not a great Ama item in my opinion. Like it doesn't. I don't know how to put this. It's not particularly amazing for her specifically, but it's just in general a good item. So never count this item out. It's definitely viable. But yeah, I'd probably say this is the order of which I build things. And oh, what I wanted to say, by the way, is all of these are viable. Like, I can't say that about every god. Sometimes it's just like, yeah, you get this item and that's it. Ama is unique in the sense of I think that all 6 of these, obviously only 3 of them, depending on what type of damage you're against in that game, but all 6 of these are viable, and I don't think it's that troll to build any of them. I think it's fine for the most part. One last thing I'll say at the end of this, I know I've kind of talked for a bit here. So one last thing I'll say is do not underestimate Horrific Emblem. Horrific Emblem is super, super good in general. You don't have to do it every game. It's matchup dependent, but there will be matchups where basically they don't have sprint. Like you want to get this as like a second relic when they don't have sprint. So that way, if they go beads for your ult, you can horrific them and then basically force them to beads. And if they beads, you kill them with your ult stun, or if you ult stun them and they beads it, you kill them with your horrific slow. You get what I'm saying? They can only cleanse one thing and then you kill them with the other. That being either your ult's stun or your horrific slow. Don't underestimate horrific. It is very good on her. It's good in general. And what shard you should go, by the way, I think it's honestly it's probably just Carapace or Wing Shard. Either one is fine. They're both perfectly viable. I appreciate you guys for watching the video. It does mean a lot. Thank you guys for clicking. I hope you guys did enjoy it, even though this was just a PvE sesh of me chasing around a Masters board of Mercury. But I think I did pack a lot of information into this last part here. And again, don't forget about the oboe. Do not underestimate the oboe. Again, that last fight, I barely even did anything. I autoed like 10 times or something. I don't know. Obviously, it was more than that because I got like 5 oboe procs. Actually, no, it wasn't because I think it counts when it bounces multiple times. So I think I only procced oboe maybe 2 or 3 times in that fight, max, and it did that much damage. So imagine a fight where you proc it 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, back and forth, which 7 would actually be like 14 or whatever. I don't even know. But the point is the item is super, super good at ending games when you have pressure. So don't underestimate that. I appreciate you guys for watching the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.